Hey Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. Now I wanted to do something a little bit different today. I wanted to answer one of the most asked questions about the brand new Corsair A500. And the question is, can you install any fan you want on it, and can you install RGB fans on it? So I decided that instead of me just like doing another whole benchmarking video about a cooler, that we'd do it in the most gear seekery way possible. We're gonna do a build, so yeah. Let's do a build in the Phanteks P600X with the new Corsair Beast. Let's do it. Okay, so I know that we could probably go ahead and use LL fans or the QL fans, but I didn't want to do that for this video because I don't want to use IQ. I want the setup to be as simple as possible. So what I decided to do was use some of the Cooler Master SF120 fans. Now these are off the ML240P Mirage from memory. Yeah, so I wanted to use these because they have a nice square fan frame, kind of like the MF120s that come on at stock. So we know that they're going to fit. Now, we could have used Noctua fans or literally any other fan that we wanted, but we wanted to use some RGB fans and do something a little bit different, because chances are people are going to make videos about putting all types of different fans on this cooler in the future. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do a beautiful build. So yeah, as usual though, these builds aren't permanent systems. They're just to give you a basic idea of how to build a PC. They're not build guides at all. They're basically just here to give you inspiration to build beautiful PCs of your own. So without further ado, let's swap the fans on the cooler and start doing a build. Okay, I figured that I would probably just show you how to change the fans before we start this build off, so there is no confusion. Basically what we want to do is, like doing the normal installations, pull the top of the cooler off. Man, that was really rough. Slide the fan frames up, because they do have like the notch design that we talked about in the video. Just pull both of them off. And yeah, basically very, very straightforward. Just take out the screws. There's 4 screws, real straightforward. And that's it, we've got an empty fan frame, and all you need to do is grab the fan of your choice, drop it into the fan frame, and reverse that process to install them. Real straightforward. I'll do the other side too. Other side's the same. That's it. Both fan frames on. And then we just slide them back onto the cooler. And we're good to go. That's it. All right, ladies and gents, you know what time it is? It's time to engage cinematic mode. Let's go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Obviously this wasn't a benchmarking video, that wasn't really the point of it. What we wanted to do was see how this cooler looked using RGB fans. That was the main idea behind it. Now I just wanted to mention as well, we did some thermal testing with these fans the same way that we usually do, and we did it with the fans off the NHU12A from Noctua, and guess what, ladies and gents? The temps are basically the same within a margin of error. So to answer the question, well, like the other most answered question in our review, which you can check out up there, yes. What am I saying yes to, Claire? Fair enough. Well, to just rewind a bit, the answer is the temperature is basically the same with whatever fan you're going to use. And obviously our sample size is only 3 fans, but yeah, that's the meat and potatoes of it. And to answer the question why we didn't do any acoustic testing with the ML120s, well, ladies and gents, the ML120s have been out for a very long time. They run at 2400 RPM and they're loud. All you need to do is double the noise level for 2 of those fans running in tandem, and that's how loud the cooler is. And our buddy Brian from Tech Yesterday has also done a review on the A500, and he basically echoed every single thing that I said. Good work, Brian. You can check out Brian's review up there as well. Our testing methodology has been the same for almost 20 years, so whether or not I do it the way you like or the way that you don't like, it's either right or it's wrong. Either way, everybody's gonna be upset. Speaking of that, let's move along and talk about the parts, because that's everybody's favorite part of the video. Okay, so the motherboard is the MSI MEG X570 Ace. Pretty decent board. We've used it quite a few times. I think the last MSI X570 board we used was a while ago. I think it was the X570 Unify. The RAM is 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance LPX. The reason why I use that RAM is because it's low profile and I wanted to use it, and I wanted the fans to be all the way down when they're mounted as well. The CPU is the Ryzen 7 3800X. People always ask why I use a 3800X. Well, AMD sent it to us, so guess what, ladies and gents? I'm gonna use it. I think it's a pretty decent CPU. The GPU is the MSI RTX 2070 Super. I think it's the Gaming X Trio version. We haven't used it before this video. We decided that we'd crack it out, pull it off the shelf and give it a whirl. And yeah, I think it looks pretty decent. Now we're using the Cooler Master Elevate GPU support bracket. We have used this once before. All of the fans are Cooler Master fans throughout the whole system. We've got the SF120s on the cooler itself. We've got the SF360R fan frame up the front. We've got MF120s across the top and an MF140 at the back. All Cooler Master. To answer your question about the cable extensions, they're not cable extensions. They're Bitfinex Alchemy black and white paracord cables straight out of the PSU, out of our HX850i that I've had for a few years. That used to be the power supply in my workstation. And obviously the case is the Phanteks P600S. We've used this quite a few times, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna be retiring this case after this build. I think this is gonna be the last one that we're doing with it. Maybe I'll do something, no, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If you're interested in any of the parts in this build, there is a PC part picker list down in the description, down below. And if you like the music, you can get it on our Patreon. And I made 2 new beats for this video because it's 2020 and I wanted it to be fresh. Anyway, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, you know what to do, and tell us what you hated about it. Once again, thank you so very much for watching. I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You peak, we seek. And also, if you want to support the channel, hit that join button. And yeah, we're gonna get a lot of dislikes on this video. I can already see, but guess what, ladies and gents? I want you to be honest with me. So if you don't like it, hit dislike, doesn't bother me. We want you to be honest with us with all the stuff that we do. And I know people don't like the way that we test things, but tough titties. It's just the way that we do it. Thanks for watching. And I don't know why you're still sitting here watching this part of the video, because it's the end screen and there's some people to subscribe to and some videos to watch. Go and subscribe to Tech Yes City. He also did an A500 video today. Go check it out. We did installation guides too. They're in the description. Enjoy yourself. Anything you want to say, Claire? People don't watch this part of the video, so... Oh, fair enough. All right. Yeet.